What's up, guys? Classic Metal here. A little bit later at night than I'm used to recording. I usually get up early in the mornings and record this stuff. So a little bit out of my element here. I probably will upload this tonight since I plan on doing the CD collection video and keeping that going tomorrow earlier in the morning. But I had a package come in from Paragon Records and I wanted to show the stuff that came in. Did not want to fall farther behind on the videos. I have a ton, as I've said so many times before, I had a ton of stuff that came in when I was kind of doing my little hiatus. Paragon Records was one of the storefronts that kind of kept my sanity going during that time period that I was moving and off of YouTube. All of my stuff was packed up, so my CDs and everything were boxed up and in the process of being moved. I did a couple sizable orders from Paragon during that time, so I had stuff to listen to in the car and as I was getting set up, and it definitely helped keep my sanity intact during that time period. Unfortunately, I just have to come to the grips with the fact that a lot of that stuff is just not going to be shown on this channel, at least not in an update. I'm just so far behind, and I probably won't have the time to do that. Hopefully, a lot of that will come up as I'm kind of marching my way through the CD collection videos, so at least the albums will get a little bit of a spotlight for the people that choose to watch those videos. I had a stack come in today that I just recently ordered. I mean, obviously, since it came in today, this was I was just kind of scrolling around on the site and I saw that uh, that Paragon had an Old Temple Records kind of distro update where they dropped a lot of Old Temple Records releases on their web store, and I saw some stuff on there that I really wanted. I had one release that had just been sitting in my cart for a while. I was waiting to see some other things that I wanted and lump them all in one sale together. We'll get into that as we go through the actual disc. I love Paragon. I have found so many underground releases on that web store that it's almost hard to find anywhere else. You can find them on Discog sometimes, but a lot of times you're paying international shipping. So I've just found some killer stuff that I probably would not have been able to pick up anywhere else. I found some stuff on there that I've never heard of that I was intrigued by the artwork or just seeing, and it led me to go listen to it and check it out. And it was stuff that I really liked and went ahead and picked it up. So there's a ton of underground material on that site. You're going to get albums for sale at prices that are so much cheaper than a lot of these other stores and distros are doing, even for Black Friday. So, I mean, that being said, just go check out Paragon if you have not done so. I will link them up down in the description. Let's just get right into what I picked up. They were all CDs. I believe all of these were $5 a piece when I picked them up, except for the first one. It was a freebie that they put in for me. This is Blood of Seklusion with Caustic Deathpath to Hell. This is a co-release between Butchered Records and Severed Records, so I'm sure I'm in for some nasty death metal in this. This is a CDR promo copy. A lot of the freebies um, are burnt disc promo materials. I mean, but it's free, so I'm not going to complain. And I could find something here that I really do enjoy. Now let's get into the stuff that I actually ordered. This first disc was one that kind of led me, that kind of sparked the majority of this pickup. I saw that the Old Temple Records drop of albums was on there. I was hoping this was going to be on there. I stumbled across it, and lo and behold, it was there. And I had to throw it on the card. It was an immediate throw that one in the cart. And then this one album that I was saving money on getting from Paragon ended up costing me a lot more because I bought all of this other stuff. This is a band out of let me try that again. This is a band out of the Philippines. This is Pathogen with their 2022 release entitled Moribund Manifesto. Almost forgot the name of the album there. Love that artwork on this. This is some death metal. It has some blackened, even some dissonant vibes going on at times. Pathogen is a band that's been around for quite some time, and I have some of their other material, but I wanted this new one. I had listened to this on YouTube a few times, and I was like, kind of biding my time on picking this up. I saw Paragon had it, so it was a no-brainer to go on and grab this. Also picked up, I believe this one came out in 2017. This is probably my favorite Pathogen album. This is Pathogen with Ashes of Eternity. This is just some nasty. This one has a bit more dissonance going on, a bit more fuzziness in the production sound. It's just some nasty, dark, murky death metal, and I absolutely love it. This is copy number 758. I believe they made. I guess I'm assuming they probably um, released 100 copies of this album. If I had to guess, I mean 1,000 copies, with this one being hand numbered to 758. I can't see the print run going just too much more than 1,000. I mean, especially with the way CDs have been for the past probably 5 years or so. I cannot talk. It's late. I'm sorry, but this was also released on Old Temple. This next one is the one that had been sitting in my cart since my last purchase. I saw this shortly after I made my last purchase at Paragon, and I didn't want to just do one separate purchase just for a $5 EP. It sat there. I was hoping it would just stay there until I found some other stuff that I wanted to pick up, and it did, and I'm glad to have it in the collection now. This is kind of some epic traditional heavy metal out of New Jersey. This is High Council with their EP entitled Ember. This came out in 2020. It's only 2 tracks long, but it is absolutely phenomenal. I kind of fell head over heels in love with this little EP. I want to check out some of their other material. I believe they had a full length that came out prior to this EP, but just the material on this actual EP, it's absolute. It's breathtaking at times, and I'm looking forward to hearing where they go from this. They kind of hooked me in with this EP, and it's been out 2 years, so hopefully there's a full length coming from these guys here pretty soon. This was released through Via Nocturna Productions. I'm not familiar with that label. Next up, we have an unofficial release. There are some bootlegs and unofficials that you can pick up on Paragon. They are labeled, so don't think you're going to get bamboozled and buy something thinking you're getting a legit. This was never released as an actual in this format like this. This is an older black metal project out of Sweden entitled Swordmaster. And the name of this release, this unofficial release, is entitled The Master of the Sword. This has quite a bit of the band's older demo materials on it, and they just kind of compiled, did a little compilation of that stuff on this particular disc. It's killer stuff. If you're not familiar with Swordmaster, they are just some great black metal out of Sweden from, I believe, the 90s is when the band, this was put together in 1998, so that just kind of gives you an idea of how long that band's been around. Next up, another band from the 90s. This was also, I believe this was also released through Old Temple Records. This was I guess, a death doom band out of Poland that was around early 90s. I know they released one demo and one full length, and that's all the band ever put out. This CD has both that demo and the full length on it. This is Dark Opera with the journey to the both paths of life, sins and resurrection. And it does have the full length Calling the Legend and the demo The Day of Pariah on this album, on this, I guess, on this disc. Killer. I feel like this is essential death doom. If you're into death doom, this is some material that you definitely want to have in your collection. Just early 90s. It's got that old school death vibe going on at times. Then you have that just slow, methodical death doom sound going. It's killer stuff. Very catchy, and the production wise, with this being these both of these releases on this one album being recorded in the early 90s, the production on it is way ahead of its time. It's kind of crazy to think about now. I'm sure it's been remastered and all that good stuff for the Old Temple reissue, but it's killer stuff there. Next up, this is another 2022 release. This is a band out of Thailand. This is Shambles with Oneiric Visions. This is some more Death Doom, and this is some nasty stuff. This is a band that started out, I believe, as Death Grind, and almost like a blackened Death Grind. They kind of went from death metal, grindcore to a black metal sound. Now they're doing death doom, and I believe this is my favorite reincarnation of their sound so far. I guess they're my favorite incarnation of their sound. I believe that's the best way to verbalize that. It's some amazing stuff. They kind of tie in at times those older genres that they were kind of tinkering around with and releasing material from. And I feel like this is where they just actually really hit their stride. I really like this. I want to spend some more time with it, but this is one that it's another dark horse release to hit my album of the year uh, list coming up in a couple months. But killer stuff there from Shambles. Next up, we have some black metal out of Chile. This is Slaughtbbath with Hell to Fire. This came out in 2015. This is another Old Temple release. This is black metal. They have some death metal vibes going on at times. I had a compilation CD from this band that I got in Metalhead Box. It was released through Hell's Headbangers Records, I do believe. Not just too terribly long ago, but it was a band that was new to me at the time when I got that album, and I really enjoyed it. And I've just kind of been wanting to pick up some more material from this band. When I saw that they had this going on the Paragon side, I went ahead and picked it up. As I said, this came out in 2015, so this one has been out a while. It's some pretty gnarly stuff, though. It's pretty nasty. And this is copy number 2669. Nice. But I don't know how many copies they put out, but this is 2669. I'm assuming maybe 3,000. Of course, in 2015, CDs were a little bit more alive and well and doing a little better than they are now. But nasty, nasty black metal there out of Chile. And then I have this is probably their latest release. I believe this came out within the last couple of years. This is Slaughtbbath with Alchemical Warfare. I have not listened to this one yet. So I have listened to this one, but I have not listened to this one. So hopefully I'm in. I've enjoyed everything that I've heard from this band. So I'm assuming this is going to be more of the same. And I absolutely love that artwork that they have going on this. Once again, another Old Temple Records release. Usually, unless a band just completely alters their sound, if you've heard a few other releases and you've enjoyed those quite a bit, you're pretty sure that you're going to enjoy something else. So barring any kind of major surprises on this particular album, I think I'm going to really like this as well. Honestly, I just don't know when this one came out. I know it has come out after this one. That one was 2015. I'm wanting to say 2020, maybe 2021 is when that was released, but I'm not completely certain on that. And then the last one that I picked up is kind of a blackened. It's kind of black metal fused with traditional heavy metal in the sound, and I really dig that kind of sound. There's some other bands doing it very well right now, like Night on Season of Mist. They are just above and beyond. They're kind of like setting the bar for that particular sound. I'm not saying that this band sounds like Night. They have their own identity going on, but there's some killer stuff on this. They lean a little more into the black metal style than the traditional heavy metal style, but it is on this as well. This is just UR with Obelga. Obelga, possibly. This is an EP. This was released uh, 2020, so it actually had it on the spine. Nice stuff here. It is the only thing that I've heard from this band. This is one of those that I had not heard of before I was making this order. The artwork on this kind of intrigued me a little bit. I went and listened to it, and I had to pull the trigger on picking this one up. This is on a gold disc. You don't see just a ton of those gold disc releases anymore, but we have a gold disc EP release here, so that's pretty neat as far as the artwork and the aesthetic is going on this. But some killer um, black metal. I guess I would personally lump this more into the black metal spectrum of things, but that traditional heavy metal, there are some of those vocals on this and some of those kind of hooks on this as well. But it is only 5 tracks long, so You kind of get a little taste of both on that, but I would categorize this more into the black metal realm of things. But it's something that I really do enjoy. I will try to find something to link up all these bands down in the description for you guys as well. That way, if you saw something here you wanted to check out, but above all else, I will have the Paragon site linked up down there so you can go look at their web shop if you have not done so. That's all I've got for tonight. I'm going to wrap this up and get this uploaded, and I'm probably going to hit the sack because I'll be up early recording the CD collection video up early in the morning as well. So stay classy, stay metal, and I will see you guys in the morning. Be good.